All right, hello there, and welcome to the super-sized special edition of FiveRoundMMA. My name is Alex Ramirez. Alongside me is the Super Cedar Brothers, Albert and Guillermo. We're doing a special
best tag team in the world.
Special live feed here at the Cedar House. If you hear in the background, it's WrestleMania 30 going on right now, so don't mind that. Just pay attention to us. If you see something in the background, I'll let you guys know. But as for today, how you guys doing?
I just want to say for the record, the John Cena match is on right now, and this is the perfect timing for us to do a podcast because I don't, just like John Bon Jones, I don't like to watch paper champions.
Okay. Guillermo, rebuttal, please.
Just like John Bon Jones, he has earned the respect, just like John Cena. So
hustle, loyalty, and respect, bro. So, in the world of MMA, switching over gears now to real fighting, as some might say, we're going to talk about the UFC's heavyweight division because we had a big matchup between Nogueira and Big Rig.
And they finally
Big Rig. Not Big Rig.
Nogueira.
Nogueira. Roy Nelson. Big Country. Big Country. Roy Nelson. Coming up, and also I'm gonna talk some Gina Carano, the women's division.
They finally got Daniel Cormier correct.
And also, let's start off with that. So the biggest rumor going on over this week was...
Well, the headline should read, Joe Silva listens to the Cedar Brothers again.
Because that is rumor going around now that Daniel Cormier, Guillermo's favorite fighter, is now going to be...
I like Daniel Cormier. I just had beef that he couldn't call for a title shot facing Rafael Cavalcante.
So now it looks like he's going to be actually going up against Dan Henderson. So just give me your thoughts on this, Guillermo, overall.
I just think Dan Henderson is an actual contender to the light heavyweight title, unlike Rafael Cavalcante that still needs a couple more fights before even being a legit contender in the top 10. So I think now it makes more sense. Now he can leapfrog Phil Davis if he beats Dan Henderson convincingly.
Yeah, so Albert, this match has already been said that the winner of the Hendo DC match will get next in line after Gustafsson. Do you agree with that?
No, I 100% agree. I mean, I disagree with Guillermo that he gets no credit for fighting my boy Cavalcante, but at the same time, I mean, I think they still deserve to be first contender, man. Yeah, the only thing with Phil Davis, I still think he has a right to be upset, but now you actually have a legitimate. Yeah, but see, you can say the same argument too, because he's fighting Anthony Rumble Johnson, who hasn't really fought a top contender. Yeah, but before from the UFC. But before Rumble Johnson, he had beat Machida, he had beat Alexander Gustafsson, so he had
lost a tough decision to Rashad Evans. So.
Yeah, and it came to a decision. It wasn't like an overwhelming one-sided beating. Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, those were controversial decisions. I mean, technically, it could have went any other way. Well, Daniel Cormier's all fights. People forget you discredit him because like he didn't. Like, in the heavyweight fights, he had high caliber heavyweight fights too. I mean, he destroyed Bigfoot Silva. He beat George Barnett. Destroyed George Barnett. Yeah, but the thing is that light heavyweight, you know, how was the weight cut going to really affect Daniel Cormier? Man, John Cena just won.
But I mean, you think is Dan Cormier just a victim of like John Jones clearing out the division? Did he jump down too late? You think?
I think so. I think now that you know it's kind of cleared out, everybody's beating each other. There wasn't really anybody for him to fight, like you guys said last week. That
I mean, Machida left, Musashi left.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Vitor Belfort's left now. So,
but at the same time, you gotta raise to the best available candidate and not just face someone like what was it, Pat? What was his last name?
Oh, Patrick Cummins.
Who's already booked now for another fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I knew they were gonna give him at least one more shot, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, he did. It's a good story, but still, I don't think Daniel Cormier deserved the title shot by beating Patrick Cummins.
True. So let's move on to speaking of caliber contenders. A big rumor going right now in the UFC's women's division is that Gina Carano might be coming back to face Ronda Rousey. Carano was on the Arsenio Hall show of all shows, and she said that if she was going to come back to MMA, now would be the time. So, Albert, what are your thoughts on Carano Rousey possible matchup?
That shows you that they're running out of opponents, and they're just picking. They're trying to pick up any big names that do any fights. I'm surprised I'm pretty sure if they could, they would do the Miesha Tate all over again. Do Miesha Tate versus Ronda Rousey 4.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what I was gonna say. That Ronda Rousey pretty much cleared out the division, and the girls down below her are beating each other. Not one of them is really getting like a long winning streak going. So Sarah Kaufman was supposed to be a pretty big ass contender. So
I know, but so you basically have this is Carano. If she does fight Ronda Rousey anytime soon, her last time she fought was in 2009, and she got demolished by Cyborg. And how is if obviously Rousey will be the favorite? If she wins, how is that a notch in her belt?
It is. It's pretty much just to sell wolf tickets, in my opinion. Because
that's the point I wanted to make.
Because 2009. I mean, how rusty is she really, or how much is she training in MMA? So, That's why I always, when it comes to these type of fights, I like to see the positive. And if Gino Carano beats Ronda Rousey, it just cements everything that we've been talking about. Well, I've been talking about. And if Gino Carano does win, it does show you that maybe she was a little bit overhyped.
I just think Ronda Rousey is in a league of her own, to be honest.
Yeah, well, and Carano is the bigger fighter. She did fight at 145 as opposed to 135. So also the Cyborg also lost her Muay Thai debut, or not debut, but she fought
Kickboxing?
No, I think it was Muay Thai. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it was a straight up Muay Thai. It's not like Glory, where it's a little bit different. Right here, they're allowed to use elbows and stuff like that. I mean, Gina Carano, Cyborg. I mean, she got literally kicked in the face.
Yeah.
It was a nasty beatdown. I thought.
So now all the Cyborg haters are saying, see, she never deserved to fight Rousey anyways. But I mean, it's a different sport.
That's what I was going to say. Right? MMA is a little bit different sport. You can take down, you can do jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey's biggest strength is the takedown. If you take down,
and she's stronger than a lot of these other women. So
I mean, it looks like the women's division is kind of running thin now for the UFC if they're going after Gina Carano, who's an actress. So, but that's the first segment, right?
Yeah.
All right. So coming up next, I want to talk about the UFC's heavyweight division. We have next week Big Nog versus Big Country.
There
we go.
Big Nog and Big Country.
There we go. That's not only for us.
It's a big battle.
So stick around, guys.
Please visit FiveRoundMMA.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. FiveRoundMMA.com.
All right, welcome back. This Saturday coming up, we got a heavyweight matchup: Big Nog versus Big Country, which I guess is a pivotal matchup in the UFC heavyweight division.
It's a big moment in history. Let's just say that.
Yeah. But Guillermo, this is a division near to your heart as champion. Cain Velasquez is out for basically all of 2014. So is this matchup at all positioned on the contender ladder? I mean, the winner won't face Cain Velasquez.
The crazy thing is, I was actually asking Albert a question about the heavyweight division, and
did he answer it?
No, he didn't. I asked him, what are they really fighting for? I mean, like, better positioning, but are they really going to contend for Cain Velasquez with him being out so long? I mean, like, really, if you think about it, they have to fight each other. Whoever wins is still maybe a fight or two away from even facing Cain Velasquez, and Cain Velasquez isn't even able to return to, like, they say November,
fall the earliest.
Yeah, November, December. So pretty much by that time, if they fight again, they might be losing.
Yeah.
So they're really, to me, they have to have heavyweight fights, but it doesn't make sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, because basically, and then you have what Fabricio Verdum took the fight with Travis Browning, right?
Exactly.
So, and then if they, is that number contender, right? I guess
it has to be, but at the same time, again, if Verdum, who was scheduled to fight Cain Velasquez next, if he loses, then he's back to the drawing board. He's not going to get Cain Velasquez.
Yeah, no, wait, can people sell Travis Browning against Velasquez, Albert?
I'm not going to lie to you. It's whoever has the best finish as these 3 fights fight Cain Velasquez. I bet if Verdum, does an impressive jiu-jitsu chokeout or something, then I think he gets it. Obviously, Junior Santos gets a vicious knockout. I think we see possibly that 5th round. If we see Big Country knockout, like clean, big knock, don't be surprised to see Big Country versus Cain Velasquez just to mix it up. And they have Junior Dos Santos fight the rubber match against Fabricio Verdum instead.
Yeah, I think the only set matchup is if Fabricio Verdum wins, then he's gonna wait out for Cain Velasquez.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think he still
Anybody
has to,
else?
I think he still has to finish. If it's a unanimous decision, then they give it to whoever had a better finish at Junior Dos Santos and the Big Country.
Yeah, well, just go over the UFC's official top 10. It's number 1 JDS still, number 2 Fabricio Verdum, 3 Travis Browning, 4 Bigfoot Silva, 5 Josh Barnett, 6 Alice Overeem, and 7, 8, 9 are Stipe Miocic, Mark Hunt, Roy Nelson, and Frank Mir, number 10. Now your boy Stipe Miocic is going to go with JDS. Is that will he get a title shot if he beats JDS?
And honestly, this is the number 1 contender fight, except for Junior Dos Santos
What if
winning.
he win? I mean,
well, except if Junior Dos Santos, he shouldn't fight Cain Velasquez. How many times does Cain Velasquez have to beat this guy before you can really establish that he's better than JDS?
No,
so basically,
if Stipe wins, he automatically.
I think
so. It's regardless how Verdum finishes, whatever, he automatically gets it.
I think Miocic is better than Verdum.
Well,
I think it's better than Verdum, and Verdum is slated to fight Cain Velasquez.
So I mean, right now you see that the guys in the head of the pack are Verdum and Brownie, right?
Yeah.
Those are 2 guys people are talking about. The 2 guys this is obviously Verdum.
Same thing. Even though I don't give that much chances to Travis Browning, but if Travis Browning can knock out and cleanly finish Verdum, I think he automatically gets it too. So it's better to be an underdog in these upcoming fights than the favorite actually.
Yeah. So to me, the greatest to gain is Mikocic.
Yeah, that's actually
That's where I put my money. If I was betting my house, that's what I'll bet on.
So switching over gears to another heavyweight division, the Bellator, former UFC heavyweight
Czech Congo
contender. Was he ever a contender? In the
Yeah,
UFC?
he was a contender.
He gave Cain Velasquez a running for his money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he lost his Bellator heavyweight
Unanimous
bout.
decision.
So was he better off staying in the UFC or better off?
No, because he got a bunch of wins that I think he wouldn't win on this winning streak if he was in the UFC. I think he would have kept doing the same thing, win loss. This way he put a good streak of wins, and technically he didn't lose in a bad way.
Yeah.
So I don't think he does anything, and then I think this just gives him another ticket to enter a tournament again, and hopefully he gets another set of wins, and maybe even he'll get his ticket this time back to the UFC rather than staying in Bellator.
Yeah, the problem
because
with
the heavyweights are lacking in any talent right
Well,
now.
the thing is in Bellator is we don't know half of these Russians are in there in the heavyweight. That's the
Well,
other issue.
that's the thing too. The Russian he lost to is undefeated, and I mean this guy is a legit heavyweight, and I bet you UFC is drooling over trying to get this guy.
Bellator heavyweight champion Vitaly Minakov is 14-0. So I mean, he did beat Czech Congo by decision. I think to get in the UFC, if you're not on the outside, you need to be knocking guys out, right?
Yeah, because Czech Congo, look who he's lost
No,
against.
but if you look at the heavyweight division, I mean, you have to take someone. No
Well,
matter
what's
regardless.
funny is, like,
as long
that's a great point,
as long as you have a winning record, you deserve to be in the UFC right now if you're a heavyweight.
That's true, but even like a year ago, we were talking about the heavyweight division was really
it's funny.
They had a lot of names, a lot of potential matchups, and they kind of just went down the drain a little bit.
Well, speaking of heavyweights from other organizations, MFC, Maximum Fight Championship, their heavyweight champion, Anthony Hamilton, actually recently signed with the UFC. So it goes to your point, they are looking for top heavyweights. So I mean, if you're heavyweight division and you're making a name for yourself, I think they're obviously trying to beef up the division because they obviously see something wrong that's kind of paper thin.
The thing about Anthony Hamilton, if you've seen his last couple of fights in MFC, he's been destroying guys. So I mean, it brought legitimacy to signing him with the UFC. So
and of course we covered amateur fights, and I think we've all made the same point. If you go and see our YouTube channel and see some of those amateur fights, you'll see how the heavyweights look at amateur level and how they look in UFC. You'll see why they're so desperate with heavyweights. I mean, most heavyweights you see in your local area, they're big guys, stock guys. They don't look like guys that can probably contend in the UFC. And so I think any guy that looks like a legit heavyweight, any company's drooling over them.
Yeah, you think kind of like the big fish in the small pond syndrome, right?
Yeah.
This guy's the biggest guy in the gym, and
I mean, just look at Cain Velasquez. Technically, he's not a true heavyweight, but hey.
Yeah, I think to the heavyweight, just to get to the UFC level, not only do you have a good record, but
by the way, this Undertaker promo is one of the best promos I've ever seen.
Speaking of heavyweights, Brock Lesnar, right?
If you guys haven't checked out this Undertaker promo, if you guys know what I'm talking about, if you go to WWE Network, you click on what's next on WrestleMania, click on the Friday show, fast forward about 20 minutes, watch the promo. It's pretty good.
Vince, I hope you're listening.
Yeah, but the thing about heavyweights, they just need the body.
Yeah, that's true. Body and like not afraid to get hit, right?
Yeah.
And how ironic that we're talking about heavyweights and Brock Lesnar's matches on
and the UFC Fight Pass has been trying to build on Brock Lesnar.
For some reason, I don't know why. It seems like obviously the UFC say that they're very depleted in the heavyweight division. So I think that's a perfect ending to cut right there.
because the match is about to start and we can't miss it.
So I wanted to say thank you to all our sponsors. First, with the Madhouse clothing line, go shop at madhouse.com and follow them on Twitter at the Madhouse MMA. A big thank you to Top Rated MMA. Follow them on Twitter at Top Rated MMA and shop topratedmma.com. And a big thank you to Redemption Martial Arts. Go to redemptionmartialarts.com and see how you can join the campaign to stop bullying, and follow them on Twitter at redemption_MA. And we are also part of the Overtime Nation. So please go to overtimenation.com to read our articles, commentaries, editorials, and while you're also there, take out the whole sports world covered from pro wrestling to the NFL. So make sure to go to overtimenation.com, Overtime we talk sports, and follow them on Twitter at overtime_nation.com.
Spoiler alert, Sting will be at Raw tomorrow.
Why you say we don't read the dirt sheets, bro? And also make sure to follow us on Twitter at FiveRoundMMA, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, check us out on iTunes, YouTube, and Podomatic, and always check out FiveRoundMMA.com. Albert, take us away.
I'd like to thank our executive producer Guillermo Sierra, our engineer Ali Latrelli, our sound engineer Steve Roswell with Roswell Records. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. It's never too late to get WWE Network. Remember, SummerSlam's just around the corner.
Cream of the crop.